right, y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am so sorry I have been gone for a week. I know y'all probably like, where the hell is this girl in these reviews? So sorry. I went to Stepcella. Y'all know I'm a step instructor for extreme hip hop. Just finished working out actually a few minutes ago. So I'm about to flood y'all with all the videos that I missed. So listen, your girl is a hard worker. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna come back strong. But anyway, let's get into this Love and Marriage Huntsville review, okay? I will be reviewing season 3, episode 9, Trouble in Paradise, okay? So this episode starts out continuing on a continuation from Kimmy kind of getting pissed off with Marceau and Tisha over them thinking that she doesn't really, you know, hold her son, Jalen, accountable for anything that he does. So Maurice, which I was shocked, actually stood up for Kimmy and said she does correct Jalen more than they know. And she even corrects him to make their business better. So basically he was standing up for Kimmy and saying that Kimmy tells Jalen about himself and even gives him advice on how he could be a better general manager for their business, for the betterment of their business, okay? So I really appreciated Maurice actually standing up for her, because as we can see in past episodes, this mofo seems to be mum's the word on a lot of things where it comes to defending his wife, which I would love to see that change a lot more, okay? So Marceau is adamant Jalen was being disrespectful when he kept saying yes ma'am to Tisha, which I find it odd that yes ma'am can ever be disrespectful. I love to see these text messages just to see where the disrespect was coming from. I don't know, but whatever. You like it, I love it. Y'all saying that he was being disrespectful, then it is what it is. Maybe he just pissed off because y'all don't come in the damn restaurant and help him out. How about that? That's disrespectful. That's real disrespectful. So moving right along. Tisha breaks the tension, and basically by apologizing to Kimmy and saying she's sorry for continuing to bring up old information and rehashing old things. She says she should stop questioning her because she can see how constantly questioning her can keep causing issues. Kimmy hugged her and said she loves Tisha and she doesn't want to keep working to prove herself to her because it tears her up. And I am so glad that Tisha took the higher road, because at the end of the day, all this going back and forth and constantly bringing up old stuff, if you're going to keep on bringing up old stuff, then you're not really getting over it. You know what I mean? So did you really want to move forward, or do you just want to continue to find different ways for us to talk about the same shit? Like, I don't understand. There's more than one way to skin a cat, but there can't be 50 ways to apologize to somebody for the same daggone thing. Either you accept it and move on or not. Like, let's be very clear. What are we doing here? So kudos to Tisha for actually taking the time to grow up and mature in that moment and just say, you know what, this is getting crazy. I'm actually over my own damn self. Let me just knock it off. And I'm glad that Tisha did that. For all of us. I'm sure the viewers were happy too. Every last one of us. We're sick of it. Anyway, the next scene, they all sit down for breakfast and Kimmy asks, when is Mel coming? Martell says Mel says she wasn't coming. Then the question was asked if Destiny was coming. And Maurice asked Martell if he talked to Destiny, and he smiles. And Martell smiles and says every day. Which I thought was weird. Why was Maurice asking Martell about Destiny in such a weird way? Like, Destiny supposed to be friends with Mel, and I know her and Martell went to high school together and they were friends first. But I'm like, are y'all trying to allude to something going on with Destiny? But y'all know, I don't really think Destiny would do something like that. And furthermore, she sees how trifling Martell is, so I don't think Destiny would want to date him anyway, especially if she already dealt with cheating, allegedly, with her husband, potentially, from what Tiffany was trying to bring out. So I found that to be a little odd. I'm interested to see where that goes. So Martell says, I definitely talk to her every day. Thinking she was talking about Ariane, Tiffany says that he was basically, oh, I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent, y'all. So after Maurice asked about Destiny, then Tiffany says, oh, I thought you were talking about your baby mama. Meaning when Martell said, yeah, I talk to her every day, she thought he was talking about Martell thought that she was talking about the baby mama, Ariane. But in actuality, she says, no, your baby mama, Mel. like, girl, ain't Mel supposed to be your girl? Why you trying to reduce her to a baby mama? She done had 4 whole children and been married to this man for 10 plus years. What are you talking about calling her a daggone baby mama? Child, who sent Tiffany? Just take her back. Just take her back. Take her back. We don't want no more of Tiffany. We're done with her, okay? Finito. Finished. Wow. What? So I was actually proud of Martell. He says, you know, I was talking about Mel. Tiffany says, I was talking about Mel. Martell says, don't call her my baby mama. That's my ex-wife. And Tiffany in her confessional says, I think she is your baby mama. She's had 4 of your children. I think that is your baby mama. No, little bitch. She's not his baby mama. She's his ex-wife. A baby mama is somebody, you are pretty much reducing her to a person that just was a vessel to have his children that he had no type of relationship with. She just had a baby with him. No, they had a whole life together. So please believe you will not be calling her his baby mama. Does your ex-husband call you his baby mama? No, he does not. I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure you would be feeling very disrespected if he did that. So girl, bye with you. Boo and bye with you. I'm so sick of you. Kimmy and Martell are washing dishes. In the next scene, Kimmy and Martell are washing dishes, and Kimmy asks how is he doing with everything, and if they will ever, him and Mel will ever get back together. And Martell says they're just trying to figure things out with the kids, and he isn't sure whether or not they will get back together. And their divorce is still fresh. He finds himself getting mad still at things that Mel has done in the past. And then Martell says he's just still trying to figure things out. I feel like Martell still loves Mel. I really, really do. I think that he knows that he messed up. He looks silly, you know, and he's still trying to defend his foolishness. So he's trying to navigate. I think he's at a point at a crossroads in life where he's realizing everything that he had, and the grass is not greener on the other side with, you know, Dum Dum Diddy, Ariane, you know, she who shall be nameless, which my good friend Funky Deneva calls her coleslaw. So I feel like he's at a point where he's like, well, I mean, this is what I got right now, so I'll deal with it. But I would love in a perfect world to be back with my family and back with my wife. But honestly, in my opinion, I don't think that Martell would stop cheating. I really don't. I think he really does have some type of feelings for Ariane, but I think now that they're not together, I mean, that him and Mel are not together, and he experiences Ariane full time now, I think he's starting to get the, you know, see the forest for the trees. But we'll find out later on, I guess. So then the next scene, Tiffany and Lou call the kids and talk about a haircut. Boring, snooze, nobody cares. So next, we see Mel arrives, and they joke that she can bunk up with Martell. They all take shots. Then Tisha asks, how does she feel about Martell being there? Then Mel says she wishes Tisha would have told her he was going to be there. First of all, Mel, you full of shit, because you was just in Destiny's Kitchen talking about, well, Martell's going to be there. Y'all were talking about, oh, we're going to be the single people there or whatever. And then you said, well, Martell's going to be there, and technically he's single too. So you knew that he was coming. So stop trying to play. Don't try to play us. We saw you. Like, you do know the cameras rolled and caught you saying that, right? So just knock it off. Knock it off, Mel. I like you, but you're starting to get on my nerves now. All right? You trying it. So in the next scene, they all get on the buses. Maurice jokes with Martell and asks who he was texting. And Martell says that he was texting Mel. And Mel's in the van with the ladies and says she just finished her video and she will show them the video. And then they go back to the guys in the van, and Marceau says if he was in Martell's position, he wouldn't be there on the trip because Mel is there. Here's my thing. These are his friends too. So they have to try to establish some type of new normal. Like, you can't avoid her like the plague. I mean, they're going to have to see each other anyway. They have 4 children together. So going on a trip together, seeing each other to drop kids off, you're going to see her. So y'all have to learn how to be mature enough to occupy space together without having extra emotions. Because at the end of the day, these are all friends that you guys acquired together. And that can always be difficult when you're in a divorce situation. But again, the 2 parties involved have to be mature enough to handle it. And as we can see towards the end, these 2 are not mature at all, but we'll get into that. So Martell says he's just trying to get back to normalcy. They ask if things are awkward with Mel and discusses how they react to each other during life after divorce. And then they go to the women's band, and Tisha says she's happy that Mel is able to live her dream of singing and songwriting. And then Mel says she envisioned this being with her spouse, but if God wanted her to do it alone, so be it. I feel like Mel still misses Martell too. I think she misses the marriage. I think she misses him. I think she loves Martell. I think she's, you know, still disappointed, frustrated, angry over what he did, how he treated her. You know, they were like the picture perfect couple, but they are the epitome of you never know what's going on in people's life for real. Like everybody on the outside always looking at people talking about some couple goals and this, that, and the third, but look at them. I'm sure they were Huntsville gold at one point, and now people like, well, dang, she getting cheated on left and right. I thought they were like the picture perfect couple. So, you know, I'm pretty sure that all of that came crashing down on her, and she's still pissed at him for breaking up her white picket fence, you know? So I can understand that. So back to the men's band, Marcel says it's hard to be married and it's hard to be divorced. The men discuss divorceable moments and what makes you stick it out versus leaving. And Marcel says his aunt told him 27 years of marriage, after 27 years of marriage, she stuck it out for the kids. And Marcel says he is glad he listened to her, because even if it's the kids that kept them together, so be it. First of all, Marcel, it seemed like you sitting over there jealous that everybody else has been able to get a divorce and remarry and be happy. Like, are you upset that you still with Tisha? First and foremost, you don't know what happened in these other people's marriage. According to your brother Maurice, he should have never been married to Kyle in the beginning. Like, the marriage was just shitty. You and Tisha actually have a good relationship and a good foundation. You need to be glad and thank God for that, and not sit up there and use your children as the reason why y'all still together. No, she puts up with your bullshit. That's what that is. That's why y'all still together. Because ain't nobody else gonna put up with your mess and your man boobs, okay? So let's be very clear. You and your man boobs need to stay with Tisha, because nobody else wants to grip those, okay? So just knock it off and stay with your wife and be happy about it, because you tripping. Seriously. It's giving you tried it. That's what it's giving. So anyway, in the next scene, they get to the go-kart racetrack, and Destiny arrives. They listen to the rules, which seemed to, you know, the production made it seem like it took forever. Then Martell asks about a 4-seater so him, Mel, and Destiny can ride together, because apparently Mel can't drive. And Destiny and Mel end up riding together, and Martell rides alone. And everyone's cruising the Vegas streets and taking in the sights. So they all end up at the end of it, they all pull up and park to look at the nightly views, and Mel asks Martell why he texts her. So I guess he really did text her. I thought he was lying when he told Maurice he was texting her in the van, but I guess he really did text her. And he said because you know you can't drive, you know. So I guess that he was just trying to make a little joke with her. And then she says, figure out who you taking your couple picture with. So they were kind of they were having like some fun little banter back and forth, I think. And it felt a little flirty, but I'm not sure. But it was just like, okay, what's going on here? So then Tisha says the next day the women will be together and the men will be together, just kind of like ironing out and letting everybody know what the plans are for the next day. And they all take pics, and Tisha pulls Maurice to the side and asks him to keep an eye on Maurice, because on Marceau, because he's hanging with Martell and on cloud 9, getting drunk and doing all this. She feel like he having too much daggone fun, and there's women down there, and she don't want the women all up in his face and blah, blah, blah. Listen, Tisha. Listen, girl, if you got to put a low jack on your man and have his brother watching him, the real deal is that third eye that you keep on trying to keep on your man, that's a problem. You don't trust him, because whether he's drunk, sober, or insane, you need to make sure, you need to be able to trust him to know that he ain't out here serving you dirty in these streets, okay? Like, you're with him the whole time. Y'all doing couple stuff. Like, it's your anniversary trip. You should be able to trust your husband. I'm just saying, like, and for you to have to pull his daggone brother to the side to tell him to, you know, watch him before you got to call Tyrone, I don't understand. That, whatever. Y'all got a weird situation going on over there. So basically, she don't want no women after him. But here's my thing. He can't control the women. Women are always going to be trifling and dirty and nasty, okay? They don't care that somebody is married. They looking for the money, or they trying to, you know, get in where they fit in. As long as he is rejecting the women, it doesn't matter what these women do to make advances towards him. Let's be very clear. Trust your husband. Ask your man, not the chicks, okay? And stop telling his brother to watch him. That's real childish. So anyway, Maurice asks, is this why they had a surprise therapy session, and kind of laughs it off, but he's kind of serious. And Tisha says she did it because they never went to therapy. And then Maurice says he doesn't think that was a good idea and asks if they are going back. Tisha says, well, they aren't going back together, but it did help with establishing, you know, consistent date nights, and she understands that things take time, and she knows things aren't going to happen overnight. She doesn't want to complain, and she sees he's trying and they're moving in the right direction. Here's my thing with women. You don't want to complain, but this is where we allow men to keep on doing dirty and mediocre, subpar things. And then as you continue to allow these men to do these things, you get upset over time and let that stuff build up inside of you, and you're not happy. You're unhappy right now, and then you create misery later on down the line, which is not healthy for either of you in a marriage. So if you're having issues with him, Tisha, you need to explain that right now. And you also need to do that and be able to deal with the repercussions. Because at the end of the day, whether you deal with it now, you definitely going to deal with it later. Because it don't seem like Marceau is intending to change at all. And he doesn't seem to want to do anything to make you specifically happy. So I don't know how this marriage is going to, I don't know how it's going to end up, unless she just continues to be the get along just to be along wife and do whatever he wants and just conceal her feelings, because I feel like that's exactly what she's doing. So in the next scene, Mel pulls Martell to the side and asks him who has the kids. He said they're with his mom. And Mel says she had a conversation with Brittany and apologized to her on behalf of both of them about him saying she was incapable of keeping the kids overnight. And Marcel said, don't lie. Ask, you know, I didn't say that. I never said that. And, you know, he says, she was like, I'm not lying. And then, you know, then he ends up telling her to shut up, shut the F up and all this, that, and the third. And he's like, don't lie on me. They're going back and forth like two children. I'm just like, what am I watching right now? Like, are y'all acting like the kids? I don't understand. I can see where that boss baby, I can see where she gets her attitude from. She get that straight from her mama. Right on right there. So then Mel asked Martell, why is he calling her Beyonce, and why does he keep saying that to her? He says, you know I'm going to say something. You making songs about me. Then Mel says, y'all want to see a clip of the video? And Mel is antagonizing Martell, keep on, you know, playing the video or whatever. I was really disappointed in Mel in this scene. Like, she was trash right there. Like, that was so high school, and I didn't even, honestly, I can't even blame that on a high schooler, because I didn't act like that in high school. She was downright immature and stupid. Like, what, how old are you, chick? You acting younger than the kids. I think your kids are more mature than you. Like, what did you expect? And you know what, kudos to her friends for pointing out, I don't think this is the right time to be playing the video. Why would you be doing that? And then I'm like, who encourages her to behave like this? Because you've been acting like this for 30 plus years, and somebody been egging the shit on because you still seem to think that it's cute. And I think both of them are kind of immature. I think Mel eggs Martell on. Martell does say some stupid stuff, but I don't think he deserved what she did in that moment. Like, she really was laying it on thick and looking real stupid. Like, Mel, I love you, girl, but that behavior is garbage. You need to throw it away and stop. You need to go and seek some counseling by yourself, get some therapy, and learn how to deal with your emotions, and get your emotions to meet your age, because you are very childish. Like, the whole Destiny, when she was making faces with Destiny, and then now you playing the video, and then you got slightly mad at your friends because they weren't indulging in your foolishness. Like, grow the fuck up, girl. Seriously. That behavior right there, you can keep that. Because if I was your friend, I'd be like, girl, you need to get the fuck out of here because I don't know what you're doing. You up here acting like the kids, okay? Knock it the fuck off. Like, seriously. You tripping. And I'm glad that they didn't encourage her behavior. So Mel keeps playing the song. The ladies tell her this is not the right time to play the video. And Martell is saying the kids shouldn't know the song and sing songs about him. She says Martell's trying to gaslight the situation because he's jealous of her singing career, and she gets in the car and speeds off. She gets mad at the women because she feels like they're encouraging and you know, making it seem like Martell is in the right. Here's the situation with them two. I think the problem with Martell and Mel is they focus more on who's right and who's wrong in a situation versus understanding and hearing what each other is trying to say. I think Mel is trying to communicate to Martell that she feels like within their relationship, he never really respected, you know, her elite status and her hard work and what she contributed to the relationship. And then Martell is simply trying to tell her, I don't really want to be in the background, but I want you to appreciate, if I'm gonna be in the background, I want you to appreciate me. And this further shows me how much you don't appreciate me because you're making songs about me and then you're singing it to my children, around my children. Then Mel's talking about the kids don't know what the song is about. Bitch, stop lying. Them kids are very intelligent. They know what the song is about. They're singing the song and that's about their daddy. That's disrespectful, honestly. Now, I do like the song. I ain't gonna lie. But I wouldn't be making those songs about my ex-husband and singing it around my children. Like, that is totally disrespectful. And I am not here for that. Okay? So, child, Carlos King said this is a 4-part series of foolishness. I don't know how much more of this childish bullshit I can take. I'm going to need Mel to grow the fuck up. I'm going to need Martell to be able to contain himself in situations, you know, and I feel like Martell blows up right along with Mel. Both of them are childish. They both need to go seek therapy and grow up. That's what I feel like they both need to do individually. Okay? So anyway, this has been Shay Renee Online. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.